Before we move on to weather, here is our fact for the day. The tiny droplets of water that make up a fog are so small that it would take about 7,000 million of them to make a single tablespoon. That is our fact for the day. Now let's step inside the studio and talk more about weather. An alert has been issued by Oman Meteorology and Civil Aviation Authorities saying that there will be poor visibility during fog formation, and there will be mainly clear skies over the rest of the Sultanate with high and medium cloud advection, and chances of late night to early morning low-level clouds or fog patches over the parts of Al-Wusta, Dhafar, Buremi, and Dhahira and South Al-Sharqiyya. And now let's take a look at how the weather will be like in all the governorates. Muscat will be sunny, temperatures between 26 to 19 degrees Celsius. Musandam will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 25 to 18 degrees Celsius. North Al-Batana will be sunny, temperatures between 27 to 19 degrees Celsius. South Al-Batana will be sunny, temperatures between 26 to 17 degrees Celsius. Al-Buremi will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 29 to 15 degrees Celsius. Al-Dhahira will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 30 to 17 degrees Celsius. Al-Dakhiliya will be sunny, temperatures between 29 to 17 degrees Celsius. North Al-Sharqiyya will be sunny, temperatures between 29 to 17 degrees Celsius. South Al-Sharqiyya will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 28 to 17 degrees Celsius. Al-Wusta will be sunny, temperatures between 30 to 16 degrees Celsius. And Dhafar will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 29 to 21 degrees Celsius.
Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update. Now, before we jump to the local stories for the day, let's see how the COVID-19 situation looks like in the Sultanate today. The Ministry of Health officials has announced the registration of one death case due to coronavirus in Oman today. This has taken total death cases in Oman to 1,536. The health officials has also extended their deepest condolences to the families of the deceased. In addition to that, the Ministry of Health has also announced the registration of 197 new coronavirus cases in Oman today. The total cases in the country have now touched 136,187, including 128,089 recoveries, as well as 1,536 deaths. According to Ministry of Health, in the past 24 hours, 236 recoveries were also reported. The ministry urged everyone to adhere to social distancing instructions issued by the Supreme Committee and the Ministry of Health. And now from a local desk. The Ministry of Health has warned people in the Sultanate to not fall prey to rumors and to make sure they are getting information from the right sources about COVID-19. A statement issued online by the Ministry of Health said, the instructions people should follow with regard to the vaccine include: initiate a quick response and go to the health institution as soon as you are notified that you're in the target group for vaccination. Commitment to take the second dose of the vaccine 6 to 4 weeks after the first dose is taken in order to obtain the desired effect, as one dose of the vaccine is insufficient. Note that the effect of the vaccine begins 7 to 14 days after taking the second dose to obtain the desired effect, and before this period, the person is still susceptible to infection and should go to the health institution for examination in case he or she gets any symptoms of the disease. After taking the dose of the vaccine, the person must stay at the health institution for 30 minutes to observe and to ensure that there is no serious side effect that requires direct medical intervention, such as anaphylaxis reaction. And lastly, continue to adhere to other preventive measures such as hand washing, wearing masks, and physical distancing after taking vaccine doses, as taking the vaccine doses does not eliminate adherence to these procedures. The Industrial Innovation Center in Oman provides the industrial sector with the establishment of 4 innovative units, 360 training specialists, and supporting 40 factories. Dr. Abdullah Al-Mahrouki, who's the CEO of the Industrial Innovation Center, said, the Industrial Innovation Center is the compass of the Omani industry and leads it towards growth as it works on qualifying human capital and establishing innovative small and medium companies. The Industrial Innovation Center celebrates the Omani Industry Day, which falls on the 9th of February of each year, and the center works to develop Omani industries and enhance innovation in them. The center has worked on qualifying 360 young people over the past 3 years with an Industrial Innovation Specialist certificate, enabling these young people to acquire intellectual property. The number of beneficiaries of the innovation support programs provided by the center in the existing factories and companies reached 40 national companies and factories, and they acquired intellectual property, and the center has also established 4 innovative units in the fields of food and beverages, fish industries, animal and fish feed, and mining. The center's efforts come within the framework of supplying Omani industries by qualifying human capital, establishing innovative small and medium-sized companies, supporting innovation in existing factories, and developing knowledge-based economy policies to achieve economic diversification through innovation in promising industrial sectors. Now, on this day, Dr. Al-Mahrouki stated that the center is implementing the innovation program in minerals in cooperation with the Ministry of Energy and Minerals, as the program lasts for 5 years and is funded with a budget of approximately 4 million Omani riyals and works under the national program for promoting economic diversification previously implemented, currently known as the follow-up unit for the implementation of Oman Vision 2040, to maximize the economic value of the Sultanate's mineral resources while creating added value in all economic, social, and competitive dimensions. Talking on the same lines of the Industrial Day and assigned by His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, Dr. Ali bin Masood Al Sunaidi, who is the chairman of the Public Authority for Special Economic Zones and Free Zones, will preside over the celebration for announcement of the winners of His Majesty the Sultan's Award for Industrial Excellence, which will be held via video conferencing. Sami bin Salim Al Sahib, Director General for Industry at the Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion, said that during the celebration, 5 industrial establishments would be announced as winners of HM Cup for Industrial Excellence and 9 industrial establishments as winners of the Shields of the Ministry for Excellence. 74 industrial establishments have participated in the award, which aim to continue development of the performance of industrial operations, he added. He said that the contribution of the industry sector in the GDP amounted to 3.2 billion Omani riyals up to September 2020, and the exports of the same sector stood at 4.3 billion Omani riyals during 2018. Oman will rely on the industry sector during the upcoming stage as it represents one of the key pillars for economic diversification, which made preparation of the Industrial Strategy 2040 that cope with Oman Vision 2040 and aim to diversification of manufacturing activities and transforming such activities into technology and knowledge-based activities, Al Sahib said. The strategy also aimed at development of distinguished products and increase of the exports of manufacturing industries to new markets at the regional and international level, he added. The Gulf Health Council honored the outstanding nursing leaderships today as part of a nurses recognition campaign launched by the Council at the International Nurses Day in May last year. A statement issued online by the Ministry of Health said, on behalf of the Gulf Health Council, the Health Minister, His Excellency Dr. Ahmed Mohammed Al Saidi, honored Rashid Al Kasabi and Aisha Al Ghamari. The honoring ceremony was held at the Ministry with the presence of His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Al Husni, Ministry of Health Under Secretary for Health Affairs, as well as Dr. Jamal Al Ghadouri, Director General for Nursing Affairs, along with a number of Ministry of Health senior officials. The Minister of Health valued all efforts made by the nursing sector, taking into consideration the responsibility that falls upon them and the sacrifices they made while performing their day. It should be noted that the nomination and selection process for obtaining the award was according to criteria and standards specified by the Gulf Health Council, the statement from the Ministry of Health said. It also pointed out that prominent among these are highly evaluation concerning professional performance, excellence, professionality, and punctuality, along with launching humanitarian initiatives in nursing, and dedication in carrying out duties and tasks. The Council has selected the honored nurses in Oman among 24 candidates across the Sultanate's various governorates. The statement also added that, meanwhile, the Nursing Affairs Director General remarked on the impact of nursing leaders in making change and managing crisis, which consequently affect the entire team and enable efficiency in their performance. The Sultanate's gross domestic product, commonly known as GDP, fell by 16.5%, reaching 18.189 billion Omani riyals at current market prices by the end of September 2020, according to the data released by the NCSI. There was a fall in petroleum activities by 4.4% at the end of September 2020, registering 5,790.9 Omani riyals billion compared to 7,662.2 billion Omani riyals at the end of September 2019. The share of crude petroleum from among petroleum activities was 4,638.9 billion Omani riyals, which is a decrease of 28.3% from the end of September 2019. The activities of natural gas also decreased by 3.5%, reaching 1,152 billion Omani riyals compared to 1,193.6 billion Omani riyals at the end of September 2019. Total non-petroleum activities fell by 12.4% to 13,152.8 billion Omani riyals. Services activities were at the forefront of non-petroleum activities, down by 10.6%. Hotels and restaurants, wholesale and retail trade, and transport, storage, and communication rose by 35.7%, 31.4%, and 17.5% respectively. On the real estate services, financial intermediation, and public administration and defense activities decreased by 14.2%, 10.1%, and 2.1% respectively. Industrial activities fell by 19.8% at the end of September 2020. The manufacturing of basic chemical sectors fell by 28.8%, manufacturing, construction, other manufacturing industries by 24.6%, 21%, and 20.4% respectively. Lastly, electricity and water supply increased by 1.1%, whereas other mining and quarrying fell by 0.4%. The activities related to agriculture and fishery sectors showed an increase of 9.8%. The Ministry of Higher Education in the Sultanate of Oman, Research and Innovation, yesterday signed an agreement of cooperation with Hungary in the field of higher education and scholarships. The agreement was signed from the Sultanate side by Dr. Bukhet Ahmed Al-Mahri, Higher Education Under-Secretary, while it was signed from the Hungarian side by Dr. Tibor, Ambassador of Hungary to the Sultanate. The agreement will offer 50 scholarships annually from the Hungarian side for graduate and undergraduate students in various scientific disciplines. The agreement includes enhancing participation in local and international conferences and scientific workshops in the two countries, as well as supporting and facilitating study and learning of the Arabic and Hungarian languages. It also aims at promoting cooperation in the field of research and expertise, exchange in various sciences, knowledge, and modern technology, which enjoy common interests from both sides. This was all from our local desk. It's time for a quick commercial break, but stay tuned for more updates from our international desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
It's about time we kicked COVID-19 out of our lives. Join us on TTV Outline every Monday and let us learn how to fight COVID together. Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update. And now from International Desk. More than 2.93 million children in the United States have been diagnosed with COVID-19 since the onset of the pandemic, according to the latest data of the American Academy of Pediatrics, known as AAP, and the Children's Hospital Association. About 117,500 new child COVID-19 cases were reported last week, ending on February 4, 2021, according to the AAP. Over the 2 weeks from January 21st to February 4th, there were 257,680 new child COVID-19 cases reported across the country, a 10% increase according to the AAP. Children accounted for 12.9% of all confirmed coronavirus cases in the United States. The overall rate was 3,899 cases per 100,000 children in the population, according to the report. The AAP said in the report that at this time, it appears that severe illness due to COVID-19 is rare among children. However, there's an urgent need to collect more data on long-term impacts of the pandemic on children, including ways the virus may harm the long-term physical health of infected children, as well as its emotional and mental health effects. The curfew in the Netherlands over the novel coronavirus disease outbreak has been extended until March 3rd, the country's government said in a statement. The curfew has been extended until Wednesday, March 3rd. This measure is necessary because new, more infectious variants of the coronavirus are occurring more often in the Netherlands. This could lead to a new surge in infections, the cabinet said in a meeting. On February 23rd, the cabinet will decide whether the restrictive measures on COVID-19, including curfew, will be changed. The Netherlands imposed curfew on January 23rd, starting from 9 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. Violators face a fine of €95, which is about 44 Omani riyals. Earlier, the country extended the almost total lockdown introduced on December 15, 2020, until February 9, 2021. All shops in the country are closed, except for those selling food and essential goods. Also, restaurants and cafes, museums and theaters, amusement parks and zoos, casinos, swimming pools, sports facilities, catering points, hairdressers, beauty salons, and tattoo parlors were closed. From December 16, 2020, all educational institutions, including schools and universities, were transferred to remote operation. Argentina's Health Minister Garcia confirmed on Monday that the first cases in the country of the novel coronavirus variants detected in Brazil. The official indicated that P.1 variant was detected in 2 samples and the P.2 variant in 2 other samples recently, with all travelers coming from Brazil. Garcia said that these findings highlight the importance of active genomic and epidemiological surveillance in order to monitor the introduction of these variants into our country. Argentina confirmed on January 16th the first case of a person carrying the COVID-19 variant detected in the United Kingdom. Argentina confirmed 1,980,347 infections and 49,171 deaths by Sunday as it extended its social, preventive, and mandatory distancing measures until February 28. It's time for a quick commercial break, but stay tuned for more updates from a sports desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
It's about time we kicked COVID-19 out of our lives. Join us on TTV Outline every Monday and let us learn how to fight COVID together. Welcome back to TTV. You're watching Midday Update. And now from a sports desk. Almost 4 months since his last appearance on racetracks, a race-winning outing at Spa-Francorchamps, Belgium, Oman's #1 racing driver Ahmed Al-Harthy will be behind the wheel of his number 97 Aston Martin Vintage GT3 next weekend for the start of the 2021 Asian Le Mans Series. Debuting in the world-renowned ALMS with Oman Racing this year, Al-Harthy will be partnered by Aston Martin factory driver Johnny Adam and AMR Driver Academy racer Tom Canning for the 4-round championship, which, for the first time ever, will take place in the Middle East. In a change to the planned schedule, Dubai Autodrome will now host the opening 2 races next Saturday, 13th February, and Sunday, 14th February, with Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi, which was set to be the venue for the whole series, hosting rounds 3 and 4 a week later. Having last raced in Dubai, in essence a home venue for Oman's Al-Harthy, in 2011 in the Porsche GT3 Cup Challenge Middle East and also the UAE GT Championship, the decorated double Blancpain Endurance Series Pro-Am champion is relishing the prospect of being back in action on local ground. The Australian Open got underway at Melbourne Park on Monday, with several big names exiting the tournament in the first round. Former world #1 and 3-time Grand Slam champion Angelique Kerber suffered a huge first-round blow at the hands of unseeded Bernarda Pera 6-0, 6-4, while current ranked number 11 Monfils continued a string of poor form, losing to 21-year-old Emil from Finland. Kerber, who won the AO in 2016, said that undergoing 2 weeks of hard quarantine prior to the tournament likely played a part in her early exit. China's #1, Wang Chuang, also suffered a shock first-round exit, losing a marathon battle to Italy's Sara Irani 6-2, 4-6, 4-6. Having made a name for herself after beating Serena Williams at last year's event, number 30 seed Wang was unable to maintain match winning form long enough to progress, require medical attention for her leg late in the second set. Meanwhile, 2019 AO champion Naomi Osaka kicked off her tournament with a comfortable 6-1, 6-2 win over Anastasia on main stage. Serena Williams, who was chasing a record 24th Grand Slam, made a convincing run into the second round, beating Germany's Laura Sigmund, while her sister Venus Williams progressed against Belgian Kristen Flupkins. In the men's competition, reigning champion Novak Djokovic wasted little time dispatching Jeremy Chardy, while fellow 2020 finalist Dominic Thiem bested his first-round opponent Mikhail Kukushkin. World #7 Alexander had a more difficult time booking his spot in round 2, taking 2 hours and 42 minutes to dispatch a defiant Marcos Giron from the US. Well, this was all from the Midday Update today. It's time for us to take an offer today, but stay tuned as we'll be back again tomorrow with more updates and latest news your way. Keep watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studio.